Thank you for the super chat. Sup, ladies. Hope everyone's Christmas was merry and drama free. Well, it's funny you bring that up, Young Pay, because I went and got my nails done on Christmas Eve with my boyfriend's mom. And it's like the place we always go. And there was a Karen there. And I got my pedicure. Nothing happened. I came over to the manicure part. And then, like, my boyfriend's mom's getting her, like, she gets tips. She gets, like, gel. It's like a long process for her. So she's sitting there. So it's me, a Karen, and then boyfriend's mom on the other side. And then we're like kind of, talking around her about the dogs or whatever. And she goes, oh my God, are you both not wearing masks? And we're like, I guess, you know what I mean? Like, the nail ladies don't give a fuck because they know us, they just want business. They really, and they themselves are only wearing it because they have to. Clearly, like, they always stop us. They didn't stop us at any point through the color selection or pedicure process to put one on. So clearly they don't give a fuck. But this fucking Karen's like, you're not wearing a mask? Oh my God. And then the owner lady hands us masks, but then we both put them down because we both have big drinks. So we're drinking the whole time.
Oh,
masks down. I'm doing my slow on an airplane, and I have a big cup from the movies because we had just seen The Matrix. Don't see it, by the way. It's a big cup like this, and I'm like getting my nails done. She couldn't handle that I was loopholing her, as was my boyfriend's mom, which I didn't see because she was on the other side. But we were both doing the mask down, like.
You got to just pretend to have asthma and embarrass them.
She's fuming. She's like, and she couldn't call us out on the drinking thing because that's the loophole. She's like, I have to be moved. I can't get sick. So she moves to a station like all the way down at the end. And then we're both looking at each other like we had the same thought. We looked at her and we said, when she leaves, let's both say Merry Christmas, Karen. And like I had that same thought too. And we were like, okay, let's wait. So like 15, 20 minutes goes by. She's there with like what appears to be a 15, maybe 16-year-old daughter too. And then at one point she looked back to the daughter and says, don't ever be like them. Like she's making it a point to be like shitty and preachy at us towards her daughter, right? So anyway, she walks out. She's saying goodbye, Merry Christmas to everybody. And then I go, Merry Christmas, Karen. And then the Asian ladies don't really hear it because they're, you know what I mean? They're working. The daughter goes, Mom, did you just hear what she said? She said, Merry Christmas, Karen. And then she comes over and I'm kind of stuck because I'm still getting done. And she comes over and she starts like clucking. She gets like right in my face. Oh my God, do I have to educate you like I had to educate this whole nail salon about how you have to wear a mask and like da. Like, so
it goes double Karen.
Like she's doubling down on the double Karen. And the mom is like, don't talk to my mom. The daughter was like, don't talk to my mom that way. I was like, oh God. Please see her. Like, you're both. She's like, I don't want to make a scene in the nail salon, but I need to. I'm like, girl, you've been making a scene. I said, you've been making a scene the moment ever since you opened your mouth. You're doing nothing but making a scene. I'm like, goodbye. This is over. Like, you're done. You've paid. Just walk away. And so she leaves. She then comes back. And so we're all, we think that's the end of it. I hear the nail ladies in the corner. I hear everybody go, oh no. I hear everybody gasp. Everyone's gasping, going, oh no. We look around. There's a gigantic 6'5" black man coming in who is this woman's husband. So she marches back in with this gigantic man and the daughter to yell at me again. This gigantic man, and I'm in the first row. I'm in the first like nail situation as soon as you come in, and he gets right in my face too, also wearing a mask, barking like, duh, we're 2 years into this. I can't believe you don't know how to wear a mask. Like, yell, like, this is a giant grown man. All they had to do was get in their car and go home and have Christmas Eve. But no, she had to pull her husband out to come back into the nail salon
and talk about like increasing contact and like in a small
tell them
space.
to socially distance.
It was wild.
6 feet.
And then so now my boyfriend's mom is getting pissed because this big dude is like yelling at me and like in my face and like very unnecessary. And like I wish that I could have been like, fuck you, man. But my response is like freeze. Like, it's like fight, flight, you know what I mean? Fight or flight or freeze. My response is to freeze because I like, you know what I mean? Because of my youth, every time I'm getting yelled at, I feel like I'm about to get hit. So my heart is beating so fast. And I just was like, processing what was happening. But my boyfriend's mom was so fucking pissed. She gets up. She's like, "Don't you yell at my daughter-in-law. Don't you get your wife is a grown woman. She can handle her own stuff. Why are you even involved?" And then the guy says to my boyfriend's mom, "Do you want to take this outside? Let's take this outside."
You want me to beat a woman?
Which I didn't hear. And then I didn't know this, but my boyfriend's mom is from the Bronx, and the Bronx like came out, like the Bronx Italian came out in full force. She's like, "You want a piece of me?" And then I turn around, these 3 Asians are holding my boyfriend's mom back, like physically they're holding her back. She has one, arm out. She's trying to be like, "You want a piece of me?" Like it was nuts, and he's screaming, and it's like, and then the Asian like people are trying to like pull the big dude and the woman and they're basically like shoving them out the door. This was a brawl. This was like we nearly threw hands.
Where were you?
Westchester.
Classy Christmas with Chrissie.
It's crazy. And all the while, like, and this is what sucks is the nail ladies don't care. Nobody else in the salon cared. Literally, it is this one woman making a whole scene, ruining everybody's day over her own selfishness. You know what I mean? And then I'm even saying to my nail lady, I'm like, it'd be one thing if we were sneezing, coughing, appearing to be sick. I'm like, we're fine. We're both fine. Like, she's afraid of air. That's her problem. And then the cops come because, so as we know, I don't know if you guys know this, but like Asian people are racist. So as soon as they saw this big black guy coming in, one of the people called the cops. And so
instinctively
immediately it came right after. And then my nail lady was like, "I live in Queens. The cops never come this quick." And I was like, "Girl, I used to live in Queens. I feel you." And so the cops come in. They're like, "What happened?" And then the owner like smooths it over. She's like, "There was a fight, but it's over now. It's cool. It's cool." And it was crazy and then we leave and we're like, we're feeling that this guy was going to be waiting for us outside. And I was so pissed. I didn't have the presence of mind to think to tape it with my phone or record anything. I wish I had.
You know, you talking about them instinctively calling the police when they see a black person reminds me of this time when I was in a car with someone and we were going through a ghetto neighborhood and they saw a black person and they just instinctively, as they looked out the window, locked the car.
I mean, it's not the fact that he was coming in like there's very few men who come into the nail salon. If they do, that's like they're kind of sheepish and embarrassed to be there. They're like, "Oh, my feet are fucked up. I need help." But this guy, he came in angry and fuming and like stomping in, yelling. So
chimp out.
I'm sure it was all of that together equals speed dial cops. You know,
pressing
it was crazy
under the table.
Yeah, the Matt Lauer button.
Yeah.
They were like not trying to lock them in. They were like pushing them the hell out. Anyway, and then we tipped them a lot. I feel like ultimately they're on our side because they're like, "No, this one was here yesterday. She's a real pain in the ass. She was complaining about something else." So like, ultimately, I won that situation.
That's really funny that's the ultimate Karen move, so to speak, is to have Tyrone as your husband because then you can just get away with more. You're like, "Actually, here's my little card, my little token."
How crazy that you are so insecure with yourself and you can't handle how that situation was handled, so you have to go pull your husband out of the car.
Cowardly.
To bring
go
him
get
in.
your ass arrested for me, husband.
And it's also like for you to do that
can't be
means
this. I black
for real. And it's like for you to do that, it's like almost like the effect that this person has. You know what I mean? Like you're bringing this large man to intimidate like 2 women. Do you know what I mean? Like what the place where that comes from is like that's kind of icky to me. And also it was over. Like it was done. Like she just couldn't handle that I was like, "Goodbye." Like I called you a Karen. Like that's it. That's all I did. Was said "Merry Christmas, Karen." She could have looked like someone I knew named Karen.
We're 3 years into this and you still don't understand what being a Karen is. Come on, ma'am. Like